This just occurred to me, so I'm going to speak about it. I'm reading Surah 18, the cave, Al-Kahf, and we know that um, God is speaking about the end of the world in Surah Al-Kahf, the cave, and we learned this because Dr. Rashad Khalifa was able to um, take the Quran and put it in a computer, and he found out that the Quran has a mathematical code of 19. And this is how we know that this is from God, the creator of all life, the Lord of the universe. So I was just reading about in the cave, and it says, Surah 7, the end of the world. We have been doing everything on earth in order to test them and thus distinguish those among them who work righteousness. So everything that we see in the planet has been adorned in our eyes. The money, the women, the land, everything that men go to war over, everything that's going on, it has been adorned in our eyes. And for some of us, that adornment, we understand that adornment. For some of us, we don't understand the adornment. And so we now are in a lower captured state of frequency, meaning greed, conniving, stealing, robbing, controlling, because we don't understand about that. The things that we see has been adorned. So sometimes we will go left instead of going right. And so it's a test. So this world is a test. And then it says, and thus distinguish those among them who work righteousness. So you're going to be able to see who's working righteousness, who's not working righteousness. But we're not judging them because the book is talking to you. It's talking about them, but it's also talking about you. And a couple of things stood out to me. And what stood out to me was when they said in Surah 10, Ayat 10, when the youths took refuge in the cave, they said, our Lord, shower us with mercy and bless our affairs with your guidance. Profound. So that means we should be moving like this. Anything we do, we should be saying, our Lord, shower us with your mercy and bless our affairs with your guidance. We should not be making moves if we're not saying this. And then something else that stood out in 14, Ayat 14. Well, the Creator is saying, we strengthen their hearts when they stood up and proclaimed, our only Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We will never worship any other God besides him, otherwise we'd be far astray. So that means you have to come into a consciousness of worship and of being sincere. You have to make that conscious decision. And also, the Creator will help you along the way because he knows. It says, we strengthened their hearts. So he had already placed in you that inclination to worship God alone. Or God knew that you may have been weakened, so he strengthened your hearts. And then something else that stood out to me was they were in a cave. So you may have to go into a cave, not a literal cave, but a cave within your energy field, within your life, to avoid or to stay away from certain things, because you're surrounded by all kinds of stuff. So you may have to not isolate yourself, but I just said the word earlier. So let me just get to the point. So since you wish to avoid them and their worshiping of other than God, let us take refuge in the cave. May your Lord shower you with his mercy and direct you to the right decision. So this is what we may have to do in certain circumstances. Even when we deal with people, we still have to hold on to that. Because you may not have no choice. It could be a family member, it could be somebody at the job. But you have to be strong in your decisions. And you have to rely on the Creator and turn to the Creator. And then Um, hold on, because I saw something else that stood out to me too. But we know that the Surah cave is connected to the end of the world, because you got to remember, God didn't just place us down here. No, there is reasons why we're here, and we're going to get the answers. So then I'm gonna read in 17, close to the end. Whomever God guides is a truly guided one, and whomever he sends astray, you will never find for him a guiding teacher. So we got to rely on the Creator to guide us, and then we got to take the information from the guidance and apply it to our lives.